Good morning. It's day 4. Slept pretty well last night. Got about 11 something miles today. Just getting packed up. Gonna get my breakfast and then we'll hit the road. We'll see you down the trail. Alrighty. We're leaving. And as you can see, it's raining. Always. It didn't start raining until right at 7 this morning. Just enough to get the tent wet and make it hard to pack up. Got out. It quit raining. Just started packing things up. Right as I got out to start take the tent down, it started raining again, so a lot of my stuff got wet. It's not terrible, just I hate having soggy gear. We got pork chop behind us. And then those other guys, I thought of that other guy's name, it was Afterburner. So Afterburner, City Mouse, and Gazelle are all headed westbound, so they're headed the other direction. They're doing a through hike as well. So Pork Chop said he's going, I don't think he's going all the way to Table Rock. He's just out for a few days. Anyway, fun. Well, we're several miles in, and it has just rained and rained and rained. It's not heavy, just rain. Thank goodness it's not thunderstorms. Thank goodness the wind's not blowing. And my kilt is keeping me fairly dry. I'm tickled to that. The umbrella's keeping my upper half mostly dry. But so far we've been walking basically a logging road. So it hadn't been terrible. I don't know the name of these, but these are some kind of rare flowers that only grow in certain areas. I'll get you a name later. Well, we left that logging trail and we got onto this trail where there's been a bunch of stairs. Oh my, I gotta get my umbrella through this. Wow, this is really beautiful area though.
Spot underneath that rock. The thing about short legs is you gotta hit every single step twice.
Me too. Ooh, cool.
We're getting to it.
Yeah, I guess we're about to cross that eventually. And let me get you put away. Oh man, this looks like a great summertime spot to take a dip. Nice. That was a long way up. Easy water source. I think that's really neat. We took a little break after that suspension bridge. Finished eating my breakfast. And then it started to sprinkle again, so we got our packs on and got moving again. We have about 8 miles to go. It'd be nice to know the trail was this way the rest of the way. That means we'd get into camp early, but I have a feeling it won't be. tickled to have it every now and then, just as a rest from all the climbing.
Today's Thursday, yeah. I was doing good. Y'all are averaging over 10 miles a day. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Tickled.
Good for you.
Gorgeous state park. Interesting.
Fires are permitted in designated areas only.
They had a little bit of lunch back there. Of course, as soon as we sat down, it started raining again. It made things a little bit troublesome. Trying to keep everything dry in the pack when we're trying to get the lunch food out, and I don't know. It's just I'm about over this rain. Had enough. Still raining, and now it's thundering. Still raining and thundering and getting closer. I had been going up on this. I couldn't decide if this was a fog down in the valley or if it was a lake. And apparently it's a lake. Took me a while to figure that out up higher. But now I can clearly see it's water. It's lightning. I see it. Oh goodness, I hope that this is gone by the time we get to camp. I don't gotta figure out how to put a tent up in the rain without it getting wet. I can take it down. I just don't know about putting it up. I'll figure it out. Is this that Lake Jocassee? Oh my gosh, y'all. This is probably the most intense rain I have been in. Hiking. We got to, it has rained pretty much all day. And then we got to a couple of miles out from our camp spot, and it started thundering and lightning, and finally got across the river on a big old metal bridge while it was lightning. Got to the camp area. It's a semi-developed camp area. They've got tent pads and picnic tables and firings and stuff. But fortunately, a guy named Pork Chop hiked along with us today and he's hammock camping. So he had a tarp he was able to string up, and we were able to get underneath it while this huge rainstorm is moving through. Well, then we got a tornado warning not too long after that, and the winds picked up and rain just really came down. Well, that kind of blew over, but it never stopped really raining. It got down to a drizzle. So Iris, Daisy, and I made a break for it to try to get our tent set up in the rain. Well, I got drenched in the process. Everything's wet. And the tent floor is wet. I've got a bandana that I've been wiping everything down with, but everything's just wet. My sleeping pad is not wet, and this is my quilt, but I'm not taking it out right now because I'm hoping this rainstorm will pass over, and then we can maybe some of this will hopefully. I'm just kind of nervous about a leak. This tent has never leaked before, but who's to say it's not going to start now? Yeah, rip. I've got my rain jacket is up there on the top right here, on the outside of the mesh. It's kind of dripping a little bit, but it's not bad. And I've got my, see, I can dab all that up. I got my rain kilt above me up there, and I'm just got it out there because I can't bring it in the tent because it's sopping wet, so it's maybe gonna dry out up there. My hat too. Anyway, I'm just trying to keep the important stuff dry, like my quilt, my pillow, and my night clothes. Everything else is drenched. Anyway, it's been pretty intense. I mean, when I first got this thing set up and I finally got inside, I mean, I just stripped down out of my clothes and I sat. I had my little foam sit pad. I was just kind of kneeling on it, totally naked, drip drying, trying to decide what's my next move, because I've got to keep my sleep stuff dry and my clothes. So I just kind of that was close. It was lightning. Okay, so the thunder's not too. It just seemed really bright. There it is. Anyway, just it's just that's what it is. Just I just hope to goodness this rain goes away and we don't start having leaks or anything. This is one of the moments I really wish I was hammock camping, because I can be up off the ground. I'm just looking around the tent to see if I have any drips. There might be a drip right there. Oh yeah, it is. Well, I don't know what to do about it. I don't have anything to sell it. It's not a deep drip. It's a drip. It's gonna be a long night if it doesn't stop raining. Oh my word. Let's see, where is that? Need some more lightning. Well, this is my only dry bandana now. And it's only semi-dry now. It's going to be wet by the time it's morning if I keep doing this. Man, this is awful. If there was a ranger station nearby, I'd so be in it right now. I'd be running to it. I don't like this at all. It is part of it. Will live. Thank goodness it's not cold. I guess I've talked too much. Good night. Whew. I've got another round of storms coming up. I think it's raining cats and dogs. I hope you can hear me now. I did this once before and couldn't hear me over the rain. I hope this microphone is picking this up. Anyway, it has rained like crazy since we got to camp. I mean, it's been raining all day, but after I got the tent set up, I mean, it's been a downpour, and then it's slow down, and it's another downpour, just over and over. And oh my goodness, I'm just hoping this tent can hold up. I mean, I may literally be floating on this sleeping pad by the morning. I got a few drips. It's not necessarily coming into the tent yet. It hits the mesh and then rolls down, but there's a lot of condensation on the inside of this rainfly that's causing a lot of that. Probably most of it. I do have one leak over here on a seam, but it's not bad. Anyway, I got in touch with my daughter through text, and she looked at the weather and said that it's supposed to be 2 more downpours before 11 p.m. and it's 9 o'clock right now. And then after that, she said it just looks like it's going to be just a light rain all night long. And then tomorrow looked like 20% chance of rain. So I really hope after the big downpours it pushes out, and maybe the rest of that it'll just be not much, or drizzle, or just, I'm just so sick of it. It's so loud. I'm probably going to have to break out my earplugs to sleep because it's so loud. But we're making it. We haven't floated away yet. This river that we're next to is just raging like crazy. I mean, we're way away from it. It won't affect us, but I mean, it's just amazing the amount of water that's flowing through there from the time we got here till right before the sun went down. It has risen, and it's scary. Somebody came in on a boat, I think. They just walked up out of the river, and started putting a tarp up over on another camp spot. So I don't know what's going on with that. I just can't imagine somebody being in a boat in this kind of weather. It was really kind of weird. I mean, they just like walked up out of the water. Anyway, we may talk to them in the morning, see what's going on, see if they're in a boat or whatever. If they're still there, I mean, boy, I don't know. This is just crazy. Alright, if I don't float away tonight, then I will see you in the morning. This is kind of pretty looking, isn't it? That's what we need on a night like this. Help! I'm drowning! 4 o'clock in the morning. I hope to goodness we've had our last thunderstorm. This has been rough. Surprisingly, I'm still dry. The tent leaks a little bit in some small places. Minor. This has been crazy. The downpours, lightning and thunder. That river out there sounds massive. Of course, I can't see it because it's dark. But oh my word, what a ride this has been. I hope we're done. I finally put in earplugs just to be able to sleep. But I have actually slept. Alright, maybe this is it.